Hey guys, so first I'm going to apply a base layer of latex so I can apply the layer of cotton to create the buildup for the neck cut. So that is what I'm doing exactly here. Next I'm taking a cotton ball and unrolling it to create a strand of cotton to lay on the first layer of latex. We're planning on making a cotton and latex buildup for the neck cut in your zombie look. You're going to want to do the exact same thing for the other side. Once you applied the layer of cotton, you want to completely cover that layer of cotton with another layer of latex. Make sure when you're applying the latex that you mainly focus on the outsides to blend it in with the skin. When applying the latex, it helps if you add it in a dabbing motion, not a dragging motion. This will prevent the cotton from coming up off the layer of latex. Next, you want to grab your hair dryer and dry that one layer of latex and then do the exact same thing over again. So you'll have a total of 2 layers of cotton and 2 layers of latex. Now go ahead and grab your translucent powder and apply it to the latex to make sure that when you cut it, that it won't stick to itself. So you're going to want to cover the entire area of where you applied the latex. Next, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to start cutting along the layer of latex. Make sure that the person that you're doing this on is comfortable with having scissors this close to their neck. Luckily, the person that I did this on, she has already had this done once before because I already did it on her one other time. But during the thing, you'll be able to tell that maybe the layer underneath hasn't completely dried of the latex, so you're going to want to grab your hair dryer and dry that layer before continuing of cutting. While you're cutting along, you're also going to want to start pulling pieces off the edges to make it look more like skin. Try not to cut in a completely straight line because otherwise it's going to look like it's unrealistic and that you just drew a line on your neck. Make sure that you're very careful when doing this step because you don't want to actually cut them. Once again, just drying the extra layers and pulling it apart. Now I am grabbing a liquid foundation that's closest to her skin tone and applying it to where I applied the latex to create a base for future painting. Now I am grabbing a skin tone powder, in this case a bronzer, that is closest to her skin tone and applying it to the foundation to set it. Now I'm applying a red grease paint inside where the cut is to create a bloody effect. Make sure that you get it on the edges of the latex to create a flappy skin look. Now I'm applying black around the outside edges of the cut to give it some depth. Now I am grabbing a yellow from my alcohol activated paint palette and applying it to the outsides of where the latex is to give it a bruised feel. Now I'm grabbing bruise tone inside this palette and focusing it more around the area of the actual cut. Now I'm grabbing some blue to create also a bruise tone. If you end up messing up or it's too vibrant, spray some 90% alcohol and water it down with the sponge. Just apply some of the green, the blue, the yellow, and the bruise tone to create a bruised area around the actual cut. Now I am taking blood tone from this alcohol activated palette and applying it to the inside of the cut to create a more realistic looking cut. Now taking our fake blood, I'm going to dip a brush inside the bottle of blood and apply it to the inside of the cut and also a little bit on the outside to create a more realistic looking cut. So when applying the blood, do it a little messily to make it look more realistic. Now I'm going to start to create drips of blood coming from the actual cut. In order to do this, there's two ways you can do it. You can actually make it drip, which that way is a little bit harder depending on where you're doing this cut. But in this case, I took a little drop of blood, applied it in one area, and took my brush and dragged it up. Then I put some at the top again and had it drop all the way down to the bottom. I did this in different lengths all over the neck. Now I'm taking a sponge and dabbing some blood around the actual cut. Now onto the face. Now we're going to apply a matte black eyeshadow to the lid. This does not need to be perfect because we're just going to blend it out anyways. Taking a blending brush, we're just going to smudge it outwards to create almost a raccoon kind of look. We're also going to apply this to the lower lash line, smudging it out in the process. You also want to accentuate the bags under the eyes by drawing a line, then blending it upwards. Now you're going to apply 2 lines of black around the nostrils and blend them out to create a more dead face. Just blending them out now. Now we're going to contour the face. We're going to add a line of black down the side by the cheekbones and blend it upwards to create a hollowed out kind of dead face. Do this for both sides. You can use your fingers for blending on the face because it's a lot more efficient. Now taking a fan brush, I'm going to apply this to the forehead and to the temples of the face with a black eyeshadow. I'm also going to apply this to the jawline to create more of a dead skinny kind of look. Now apply concealer to the lips to block out the color. Now apply a red grease paint or eyeliner to the waterline. This is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or future video ideas, please leave them below. And thanks again.